Hello everyone, my name is Marty from Team V and I'll be narrating this video game review on Bioshock. In Bioshock you play as Jack. This is set somewhere back in the good old days when Hugh Hefner dated women his own age. Unfortunately, Jack's relaxing plane ride crashes somewhere in the mid-Atlantic and sweet, oh, a giant lighthouse. Oh, and there's an elevator that goes underwater. Sounds like a great idea. So without thinking, you ride the elevator down. So yeah, welcome to Rapture. As soon as you get here, you get greeted by Andrew Ryan. And automatically, no one likes him because he has two first names.
Entitled to the sweat of his brow. No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture.
Rapture is pretty amazing. It's extremely aesthetically pleasing. It's brought to you by Irrational Games, which is now called 2K Boston, and they put a lot of work into this. Like, you can tell looking at the graphics that they put hours upon hours on this physics engine. The Xbox 360 is pretty powerful for a machine, but you can tell they pushed it to the limits, especially for the year it came out in 2007. So Andrew Ryan, the mastermind behind the Rapture project, envisioned Rapture to be like a utopia for society's cultural and scientific elite. But it's pretty clear that after, 5 minutes through the game, that it is far from utopic. So throughout the game, you encounter enemies called splicers and big daddies. This right here is a big daddy with the drill. They're really powerful. Throughout the game, they're the toughest thing you face. Other enemies like splicers are pretty easy to kill. One thing that makes this game extremely successful is the combat system. You can fight with a melee weapon, a wrench, there's multiple guns in the game, there's a million combinations you can do, like combos. Because if you didn't use those awesome combos, you would end up like this guy. Later on in the game, you get stronger weapons like the rocket launcher, and you can even play catch with fireballs, which is pretty awesome, and throw it in oil, and bam. Ken Levine, the creative director of Irrational Games, has said in many interviews that Ayn Rand's influence is so heavy in this game. The atmosphere, the characters, just the depth of the narrative. You don't see that in many games today. Publishers are just unwilling to spend that much time on games because, they're just trying to make a profit. Most first-person shooters are just run and gun, like Call of Duty, Halo, games like that. But what makes Bioshock so successful is that large investment in story. As you're playing through these levels, you really get attached to the story. You want to know what's happening next. You're battling through these waves, these hordes of splicers. You're solving puzzles and acquiring new powers, and it's a really rewarding experience. You play through the game and you want more. There is an RPG side to Bioshock. Right here in the gene bank, you can pretty much choose what you want to specialize in. You spend currency you acquire called Atom, and you can specialize in electricity, fire, ice. You can be a great gunslinger, or you can be a badass melee dude with your wrench. It's pretty awesome, and it's what really personalizes the experience. And ladies and gentlemen, the Splicer of the Year award goes to the lady in the blue dress! And now we're going to show you the end of the game, the boss fight.
I had you built. I sent you.
So this is Atlas, aka Fontaine, the gangster who pretty much destroyed Andrew Ryan's utopia. And this is the result of abusing Adam, that stuff that makes you so powerful in the game.
You don't call that family? I don't know what it is.
Get him, girls, get him, get him! Oh, right in the neck, that's gotta hurt. So this is pretty crazy how a utopian society devolves into this. Come on, little girls murdering this guy with needles, this is pretty ridiculous. I think what this story says is utopia isn't attainable, and one man's utopia is another man's dystopia.
They offered you this city. And you refused it. And what did you do instead? What I've come to expect of you. You saved them. You gave them the one thing that was stolen from them. A chance. A chance to learn. To find love. To live. And in the end, what was your reward? You never said. But I think I know. A family.
Awesome!
So thanks for watching, everyone. Shout out to Team V for helping me put this together. I hope you enjoyed it.